video, we got Skip Bayless reacts to Brady's Bucs dominant Week 6 win over Aaron Rodgers Packers. This is the first time I'm doing a reaction to Skip and Shannon's videos, so they kind of go back and forth about statistics and stuff, and Shannon is a huge Brady hater. I'm a Tom Brady fan. It's my favorite QB. I'm actually a Patriots fan, so don't get it twisted. I'm not a Buccaneers fan. I'm a Patriots fan till the day I die. Now, this is the first year, you know, we playing without Brady, but Brady's still my favorite quarterback. So I still want the Bucs to have a successful season. I also want the Patriots to have a successful season. So Patriots all day, Patriots all day. But I still like to see Tom Brady win. I still like to see him succeed. And these dudes go back and forth, and Shannon is always talking about, oh, Brady's washed up, Brady's this and that. And Skip is a Brady fan, one of the biggest Brady fans, pretty much like me. But I definitely want to see the conversation here, because Shannon has been talking mad shit about Brady all season, and Skip is just like, no, get your facts straight. This is the GOAT that we're talking about. So before this last week, Shannon was like, all right, well, you know, we gonna see my man Aaron Rodgers gonna come through, yada yada yada. And if you guys saw the game, the outcome of the game, you already know Skip is about to beat Shannon down with these stats. So I'm excited to see this video, to see what he got to say. I saw like the first like 10 seconds, and it was hilarious already. Hilarious. So I had to stop it. Instead of watching it, I'm reacting to this. All right, so here we go.
Welcome to Undisputed. I'm Jenny Taft with, well, normally Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp.
Okay. You know, I'm here, Jenny. You know what I do.
Yeah, you're here.
Yup. I don't gloat. I don't brag. I don't boast.
Not gonna come out today, or maybe.
Okay.
This nigga's stupid.
Okay.
What
Enjoy.
an entrance, Skip.
Man, you won a game. Sit down. You won one game. You pretend
Say,
How are you? It's a great morning here on Undisputed.
You got the Nikes
See,
on.
let me get situated and just do something like this. Original gangsta. Thomas, Edward, Patrick, Brady, Jr. Original and still gangsta.
You know what, Skip?
Yeah. How are you, Shannon?
We won the championship last. I didn't do all that. I didn't make no grand.
What championship? All that matters is the NFL championship. The Super Bowl is going to be played in Tampa Bay.
Did you win yesterday? You won one game.
Here they come. You believe in this? How are you?
I'm good.
What a great weekend it was.
Okay.
Here, give me a little.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, enjoy.
Yeah.
Enjoy. Your day coming.
Yeah.
Your day coming.
Okay.
Bro.
Skip, are we good? Are we good to start the show?
Yeah, we're great. I'm not going to rub it
What
in.
is that?
But I will say, to begin my unleashing here, that you have been wrong on Tom Brady. You have retired him for 4 straight years. And yesterday, Tom Brady had the best QBR in all the league. Week 6 QBR of 96. Is that good? Scale of 0 to 100. Aaron Rodgers had an 18. So my scoreboard read 96 to 18. Tom Brady over Aaron Rodgers.
Not 38-10, huh?
No, it was not. Although, if you ask Tom Brady today, this morning, hey, Tom, what down is it? He'd say, I think Green Bay's down 38 to 10. How about that?
Okay, yeah, you. Oh, so much for not gloating and piling on.
The GOAT, the undisputed GOAT, Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr., was so much better than the man you call the greatest thrower of the football ever. And I would submit to you today that Aaron Rodgers had the worst game of his career yesterday at Tampa Bay. Given the stakes, given the magnitude, given the matchup with a man he calls a friend, but but obviously two Hall of Fame bound quarterbacks.
Fierce competitors.
Yes, two fierce competitors. I think it was the worst game of his career.
I won't argue that.
And he said he needed an extra finger of scotch last night, if not tequila. I think he needed 8 or 10 extra fingers last night because that was a beat down.
Just take it to the head.
That was a disaster.
It was.
In the second quarter, your man Aaron Rodgers, the greatest thrower of the football ever, went 3 of 13 for a grand total of 21 yards. This is just the second quarter. He got outscored 28-0 because he nearly threw 2 pick sixes, as you pointed out, one for sure. And the next series, ball gets deflected by Carlton Davis, and it goes off Devontae's fingertips and up in the air, and it's intercepted and nearly housed.
Yes.
It went to the 2-yard line, giving Tom Brady, obviously, and company an easy score there.
Right.
So, meanwhile, in the second quarter, the GOAT was going 12 of 14 for 96 yards, which basically put the game away just in the second quarter alone. So, to your point, it looked like Aaron Rodgers was starting to front run, LeBron-esque front run at 10-0 because he owned that game. And in the biggest shock of the season so far, Aaron Rodgers, after all the grief you have given my man Tom Brady about pick sixes, he just steps back, and there was a crosswind, and it was pretty stiff. And he fires one to the boundary, and that was it. Jamel Dean steps in front of it, and it is gone. And it took my breath away, and it probably took your heart.
Late
right?
inside, that's what you're going to get.
Okay, that's what you're going to get. We have obviously seen Brady do that twice already and throws to Justin Watson of Penn. Okay, so I was hoping when the game ended that Aaron's State Farm policy does cover pick sixes because he nearly had 2 of them, right? You think it does? He gets everything else, right?
State Farm
you don't
policy.
think it does? So we're still, yesterday, to me, Aaron Rodgers nearly had 2 pick sixes, but he nearly threw 4 interceptions. If we could see 2 other balls that he threw that I thought were in the hands of Buccaneers for interceptions, if we could just see them quickly. These are 2 other passes that Aaron threw. Oh, that was the miss to Mercedes.
Yeah.
Remember, he had him in the second quarter. This was a big throw. This is a big throw. Should have been a touchdown. Could have gotten them right back in the game, but he missed that one. And then here's a deep ball that Carlton Davis should have picked off. Hit him right in the breadbasket. Well, you got to hang on to that one. And then there's another one by Winfield Jr., who you love, and I love, the rookie out of Minnesota. And he jumped it and had it right in his hands.
Brady never saw him. He was trying to lead Tanya, and he never saw Winfield.
Rodgers never saw him. Brady would have seen him. Yeah, Brady saw all those people.
Yeah, my bad. Rodgers never saw him.
Okay, so then the shock to me was that Aaron Rodgers unraveled, came unglued, started to look like Kirk Cousins, and it got so bad for Aaron Rodgers that later in the game, mid-third quarter, he was backed up near his goal line, and he lost track. If you can believe this, the greatest thrower of the football ever, he lost track of the play clock. Do you remember this? And took a 5-yard penalty, if we could see this. And the great Troy Aikman, live on Fox, the America's Game of the Week, if we could hear what Troy said at that point, interesting when you have to live up to.
Well, I think the biggest thing is, Skip, is that when you look at Chicago's got guys that can get home, and Green Bay never put Tampa to the test as far as putting pressure on Tom Brady.
Yeah.
The Smith brothers, Kenny Clark, who came back off of injury, they never tested him. They never got close to him. They never put him on the ground where the offensive lineman felt that we need to hold or they're going to hit our quarterback. The thing with Khalil Mack and Robert Quinn and Akeem Hicks, they were putting pressure on Tom Brady. They had to hold.
Yeah. So I told you on Friday that Aaron Rodgers so far this year, under fire, under pressure, however you define that, with people about to hit him, he was 29% completions, which was worst in the league. But the problem was, or the point was, he hadn't been under pressure much this whole year.
Right.
And it's one thing playing against Atlanta at home and quite another to play against Todd Bowles' defense in Tampa.
Right.
It was 88 degrees. It was almost 50% humidity. It was a long, hot day for that, obviously, for the Green Bay offensive line.
You mentioned it. Tampa hit him 13 times, and coming into the game, Rodgers had only been hit 9 times on 4 games.
There you go.
And if you look at, they punted 7 times yesterday. He had punted 7 times in the previous 4 games. So it just lets you know just how dominant Tampa's defense was. And let me tell you something about those linebackers. Levante David and White.
Whew.
When they come running backs, you better step up. They're not looking to swim you. They are dropping the hammer, and they're going to sit you in the quarterback's lap if you do not meet them in a gap. So if you think you can just stand there, embrace, and take them on, you cannot. They are running through people. They are,
Yo, my dog is knocking on my door. Should we let him in? We gonna let him in. You wanted to come in? He's blind. Well, he's like 85, 90% blind. He can see figures. But it's really hard for him to see. And he's deaf. He's really old. He's like 14 years old. So I don't know how, however you convert the dog years, he's that old. Hey, what's up to everybody? Let's make a thumbnail, yeah? Alright.
Might be the best duo in football, inside linebacker. They come. They cover a lot of ground. They get there. They're sudden. They're impactful. Tampa is not celebrating anything else.
Tampa hosts the Super Bowl? Is it possible?
It is impossible.
Is it possible?
Dodgers got this. Dodgers. Mookie, Cody Bellinger, Turner, all the, we good.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to...
All right. That was funny. That was funny. I like the information back and forth, but at the end of the day, Tom Brady had a good week. He had a great week, like always. The only people that really say otherwise are the haters, plain and simple. Statistically and achievement-wise, Tom Brady is the GOAT, plain and simple. But I look forward to next week. We're gonna see how well they do next week. I want to do a reaction video to my Patriots from this past week, but it wasn't looking so good. So I might take a look at the highlights. I might react to it, but I don't know, because it was a terrible week. So I don't know if I want to react to us having a terrible week. But that's it for this episode. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.